College football is even more exciting when you've got some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Start with my picks: 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread, and I've got a 40-plus year track record. 11-0 in the college football playoff for me last year against the money line, 8-3 against the spread. And I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill of Wager Talk is our ace in the hole, show stopper. 7 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick. 28-12 against the spread the last 3 years. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Corey Bratta, Matt Zemek, and Steve Dace. Check out those numbers. Become a YouTube or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and then select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2025 a winner now.
Man.
There you go, Bo.
There it is, dude. It's awesome, man. People winning money. Hope you won some money. I hope you listen to me.
Yeah, I think, don't we also have something cooking up for potentially a sponsor discussion and then merchandise as well?
Yeah, dude. Everything's cooking, bro. I don't know. I got to read more about it into the email, but, you know.
I think there's something. I think next episode we'll have something a little bit on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've been so far behind. How are you doing, Bama?
You know, I'm all right, bro. No complaints. No complaints. 2-1. You know, I'm here.
You mind if I give you some bad news?
Yeah.
Because it just got announced. Because who do y'all play next?
Georgia.
Yep. You guys played Georgia, right? So I got some news regarding that game specifically. Where is it being played again?
Athens, man. Athens, Georgia, man.
So how do you feel if it just got announced that that's going to be a blackout game?
It reminds me of the last time they announced it as a blackout game, man. We went in and turned the lights on. You know? I know it's a different Alabama. No Nick Saban. But, you know, what more way to test your team than playing 7:30 prime time in Athens in a blackout, you know? Embarrassing loss. But who knows if it really is an embarrassing loss to FSU, because the more and more they play, the more and more they look like the best team in the ACC. But that was a embarrassing season opener.
Dude, you were down in the dumps. That was the most down I've ever seen you. You weren't even mad.
Dude,
you were disappointed.
It was just because Tegan, it wasn't that we just lost. You know what I mean? Because we just lost to Vanderbilt. You know what I mean? Dude, it was just poor effort. It wasn't even that many trick plays. It was just lining up. I'm going to just beat your ass. You know what I mean? I was just like, wow. You know, I waited all off season for this. You know, you got Quay Russaw supposedly running at 21 miles an hour. Ron's ready to take that next leap as being Jeremiah Smith's 1B or whatever you want to call it. Bray Hubbard coming on the podcast talking about this dude hit trucks and all this. And it's just like, man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That was just a lack of effort out there. I don't even think them dudes is better than y'all. I was just think they just wanted it more. You know what I mean? Like they just wanted it more, bro.
Hey, you guys have a bye week though.
Yeah.
You have a whole bye week. So does Georgia. Speaking of Georgia, that Tennessee-Georgia game. Man. Hey, man. Hey.
It was a Tennessee-Georgia game. It was brilliant, you know. We wouldn't expect. I mean, well, you know, you could expect less because Tennessee normally runs out of gas. But it was actually a brilliant game, man. What stood out to me I just like how Georgia stick to their guns, dog. They commit to running the ball, and I respect that so much from Georgia. Maybe Ryan Grubbs can take a page out of their book, but they committed to running the ball. I respect it. Even when they was down, they were still running the ball. So that was pretty cool to see. I mean, that kicker smoking that kick though. Tough, man. Hate to see it, dude. You hate to see it because I'm sorry, dog. People get like, oh, it's difficult, whatever the case may be, but that's all they literally do in practice is kick the ball. Like to smoke the kick 20 yards to the left? Come on, bro. Like that was y'all one chance. You know how they say, oh, Georgia beats them 9 out of 10 times, and that's the one time I feel like they pulled a mulligan when they 1 out of 10 tries. They pulled a mulligan missing that kick. They were supposed to be running off. It was still supposed to be a field goal in downtown Knoxville right now. Dropped the ball missing that kick. Gunnar Stockton, he's good. I was more so impressed with the run game, play call. I think Gunnar Stockton, to me, he's like a level below Stetson Bennett after watching Saturday's game. He didn't play bad, but he wasn't I don't know. He wasn't like what everybody hypes him up to be. He was good though. I'm not taking nothing away from him. He was decent. But I think Drew Aller was more impressive to me in that game than Gunnar Stockton. Honestly, in all honesty, I like Drew Aller better. But
Mike fixed. My entire little system shut down. No, I kind of disagree with you on that, man. Not to say that he's lesser than Stetson, but because Stetson has like a 2-time championship pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
But Gunnar, I didn't think he was capable of a game like that. If you were to tell me that Tennessee was able to get 40 plus points, they go out on a 17-zip, 21-zip run. Am I blurry? Of course I am.
Yeah, you blurry a little bit.
If you were to tell me that they did all that, I would not have thought Georgia. I thought Georgia was going to get blown out, like many people thought they were going to get blown out first quarter of that game. You don't do that against a Kirby Smart defense outside of what they were doing with Jalen Milroe at Alabama. Like it was eerily similar to that game, but they actually won it. I was very impressed by Georgia. I think they answered the bell that Gunnar is a guy that can step up when they needed to. That throw to London Humphreys, talk about clutch. That fade ball to the right sideline to go, I think it was on 4th down, just a beautiful throw. And then Joey Aguilar, man, I think you and I both were a little bit lower on Tennessee. It's the rare instance where you lose the football game at home. I don't feel any worse. I feel better about Tennessee somehow. I'm not one to do the whole moral victory shtick, but obviously you don't want to lose a game like that. That's a conference loss. It sucks. It's against the team that you've not been able to beat since 2016. But in terms of the overall picture of the college football race, I feel more confident that Tennessee is going to be a really, really good football team because Joey Aguilar looked really damn good.
Yeah, he looked good, man. That missed kick though, that hurt. I don't know if that might do something to the self-esteem of him. That's still
I don't know about you, Bama, but when they're doing the zoom in on the kid, I'm reading the body language, and it was not looking great for that.
His eyes was huge. He looked like Jalen Milroe in those same type of situations 2 years ago. When you just look at his eyes and they almost look like they're about to cry, that's not something you want to see. You want to see that. I don't know, me, for instance, when
you want to look like a stone cold killer. You want to be able to say that this is You want to be able to say to yourself, because I think the problem with that kicker is he was telling himself it was a big moment.
Yeah, that's what it is. And instead of it being his moment, he's saying it's a big moment. You got to say it's my moment, not a big moment. Like, I got to go back to when Bryce was down 7 points in between the hedges of Jordan Hare. You know what I mean? You saw the look on his face where you start smiling. You know what I mean? It's like at that point, that's when you say, oh, that's his moment, not a big moment. You know what I mean? That's what you want to see. Shit, hell, Marcel Reed throwing that fucking rope at towards the end of that game in the fourth quarter, bro. That was oh my goodness. That's the type of shit you want to see up out of players, because that's players saying, this is not a big moment. This is my moment to get up.
The moment that you've been looking for your entire career.
Your whole life. When you're in the backyard rolling around, countdown in your head. This is the shit you live for right here. Of course, it's not going to always be ideally perfect. Was the kick dead in the center? No. But at the end of the day, dude, it was a makeable kick. Your team got you down there 6 seconds to go. They worked their ass off, you know what I mean, versus a superior opponent. And you just pull a mulligan. And it's like, not only did you miss it, dude, it was like 20 yards to what?
And you knew, you knew going into overtime,
it was over.
Like, you knew if you give Kirby a chance to go win this game, like as soon as Georgia got the ball back, I knew exactly what was going to happen. You were going to get Nate Frazier 3 times up the middle, because to the body language point, you're watching the defensive line for Tennessee, hands on the hips. Man, I don't know if I got it in me. These guys have just been every single time. They've been pushing us around for the better half of a second half, 3.5 quarters at this point. You knew what was going to happen as soon as that kick was missed. It's one of those things. And you almost wonder if, like, not to like pivot, because it's obviously an SEC podcast, right? But like, as impressive as it was for that Clemson kick, 55 yards, clock running down, you don't have time to think that it's a big moment. He knows it's just get up there, bang, bang, get the kick out. Tennessee, not suggesting Tennessee should have done what Georgia Tech did, but it's like, I feel like a kicker that very much clearly the lights got too bright would have benefited from let's just get on the field, get the kick out as quickly as possible, versus just sitting and waiting and letting it stew. We're going to move a little bit right. Didn't Tennessee have a penalty as well that backed them up a little bit on this?
I know I can't really recall, but I just know they had got it into I thought the game was over. Oh yeah, my screen had paused and it had came back when they missed a kick. So because I was streaming the game Hulu, I don't know Hulu, but that's where it came back. So I'm not sure if they had a penalty or not. I just know Tennessee got that ball down to a part to where it was like, okay, they should win this. I was like, God damn, they didn't.
It's a 43-yarder.
I was just like, wow.
I mean, if you even, I know you do. Jalen Hyatt, that game, right? That ball was a knuckleball. That ball was going sideways, damn near, when they beat y'all. Dude, in this game, you had the ghost of Jalen Hyatt even show up with Chris Brazell, going 6 catches, 177, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he went berserk.
But I mean, I look at Tennessee's schedule for the rest of the year. I think they have UAB coming up, going against Trent Dilfer. They have Mississippi State, so they should finish out the September slate going 3-1. They go play Arkansas, then Kentucky. They only have Bama. They only got 2 games in October. Wait, no, they got to play y'all. I don't know why it's not showing it. Yeah. Third Saturday in October. Yeah. Yep. Third Saturday in October. They'll play y'all. And then they'll have a November slate of Oklahoma, New Mexico State, Florida, and end the year with Vanderbilt. I think 1, 2, 3 games there, with a couple of trap games if you want to talk about Florida and Arkansas. And it's also in the swamp, which they've not been able to beat Florida in the swamp, and I believe over 20 years. So those 2 are obviously trap games, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Vanderbilt. Even for Alabama yourself, Vandy's looking like not a team that can get you, a team you got to be ready for.
Man, tell me about it.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all coming off of playing Georgia, having to go play them right after. I'd be sick about that.
Would you let me would you say, is it more so of South Carolina being how you thought South Carolina was, or Vanderbilt just being the real deal? So because you remember you was like the only person that wasn't high on South Carolina, and it kind of looked like it's.
I don't disagree with you. Yeah, I don't disagree with you that part of how I feel about South Carolina, I do feel has come to fruition. Now, obviously, with this game, it's a specific scenario where Panda. Sorry, my dog.
It's all good.
I do feel like it's a situation where obviously Sellers got hurt in that game. But the thing is Vandy, who I put money on, and I said Vandy was going to cover the spread and win. They have maulers on that offensive line. It's the notion and the narrative. If you were to ask like 10 casual college football fans, they would say it's Diego Pavia carrying. I would argue it was Diego Pavia carrying last year, but they went and got guys on that offensive line who obviously aren't going to be like first round picks, but they're large and they can enforce their will. I remember there was one rep against Dylan Stewart where he tried to do a rip through and go under, just slammed him to the ground. Not a hold, just a clean pancake. They have some real maulers, and then you pair it with the fact that Pavia is going to be just a guy that's going to do basically everything to win a football game. Like, it's a mixed bag to answer your question. Like, I do think South Carolina is still the team that I thought they were, but I also do think Vandy is a little bit better than we thought they were. Like, they do have a potential path to a college football playoff spot. Like, I'm not kidding there. Like,
so you're saying now is the time to stop overlooking Vandy. They're not just the Ivy League school. They're not just there to make the SEC GPA look good. Because
every game they play in is going to be their Super Bowl. Every game that they win in the SEC is just like, it is now a freight train of like, they had a taste for winning just the out of conference games. Like they were like, yeah, we can win some games, but we're going to like crawl to 4 wins. And if we get an SEC win, that's great. I mean, I remember the days that 3.5 was their win total line. But then we go and look at their first couple of games. They blow out Virginia Tech, basically stamping damn near Brent Pry, their head coach, to be fired only like 4 games into the season. They dominate South Carolina at home. Now they get Georgia State and Utah State. They're going to be 5-0 going into October to play Alabama. They're going to be undefeated against you guys. And then they play LSU at home. And then they play Missouri at home. Now, October will dictate. If they go 2-1, even if they went 1-2, there's still a door for a college football playoff spot for them, because then they will play Texas, Auburn, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Obviously, Vanderbilt's schedule gets much more difficult in October, but man, I would not overlook them. Pavia is going to throw the kitchen sink at you, dude. There was one rep where he's out there about to do the speed option pitch. A little speed option, it comes a little underhand, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting there about to get tackled and throws it backwards, not a forward pass, to the halfback that's still waiting for it. And what was going to be like a 4 or 5 yard gain turned into like 9-12. When you're dealing with a psychopath at quarterback, you don't know what the hell you're going to get.
I like Pavia, man. He JUCO product, plays with his heart on the sleeve. You could tell like he's happy. He plays with he's fortunate that they gave him that opportunity to play.
He's making the most of it. Like
the
notion that people are like, oh, I just go get a job. Like, I feel like there are also people that don't understand, like, Pavia, I think, is very acutely aware he's not going to be an NFL quarterback. He's probably going to be a UFL if he's lucky to go be a long-time backup. That's not disrespect to him. I think if I was in an interview space that it would never see the light of day, he more than likely would probably admit it. He's making the most of his college experience. Like, I guarantee you, people if they were in his position, would be fighting for those extra
Oh
years.
yeah, come on now.
Like,
not even the question.
More times than not, right? So we could talk. I think we basically hit two birds with one stone talking about Vandy a little bit. I gotta talk about my team. I gotta.
That's what I was about to say, bro. Y'all beat Notre Dame primetime, sent their ass to bed, sent their ass to hell. They need to go get in the conference. I'm gonna keep saying this over and over. I don't care who they put an emphasis on. Go get in the conference, little bro. But y'all put their ass to bed. Very good team. When you was up here about to be over analytical and say Notre Dame beat y'all, man. I was like, man, stand on your nuts and take your boys, bro. Bet on Marcel Reed. And he literally had to throw up the night, in my opinion. That was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful. I almost brought tears to my eyes seeing that. That was a money ball. Like,
let me tell you.
That's what you wanted to see.
Let me tell you a story. So, Mema, you've known me for a couple years, and you knew me when the 2022 season happened with 5-7 after the yeah. You knew me back the dark ages, and I'm sitting on my couch, and traditionally, I'm like a traditional football fan. I get loud during the games. Like, I tell my lovely girlfriend, like, I'm gonna get better about it. Like, I'm gonna be a little bit more quiet. And I was doing well for the first couple of quarters because, truthfully, I still had a pit in my stomach. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like, I was excited about it. And if you remember how that game started, blocked punt for 7. It looked like the lights were too bright. Some real ugly drives, overthrows, a missed pick there. Marcel ends up finding Christian Gray for a pick. Like, it was looking like, the lights got too bright. You went against Marcus Freeman and they were ready. And it ends up being just a scoring affair. If you remember on the episode, I said take the over. Take the over and take A&M to cover. But I really do think Notre Dame's going to find a way to win. And that final drive happens. The kick return where it was looking like a kick return for a touchdown. And I see that damn yellow flag. I'm like, here we go. This is I've seen this story before. I was telling my lovely girlfriend sitting on the couch, I said, I've seen this story before. Bama, I'm cleaning, like, I'm picking up my high noons. I'm throwing away the trash. I'm starting to clean dishes. Like, I'm starting to wind down the night because I'm like, I've seen this story. And they get a couple plays in, and I'm like, okay, 20-yard catch there. And once we got into the red zone, I'm like, this is where it chokes. This is where they can't get 7. They lose by 6. And I'm going to have nightmares of the 99-yard touchdown that was missed by Marcel, another deep shot that was missed by Marcel, and then the holding penalty that held back the kick return to take the lead, which in hindsight, Notre Dame probably wished that happened, where they could have the time back to potentially go score. And so I'm putting on my slides because I have to take my dog out before going to bed. I'm watching the final play. I'm like mumbling to myself, I've seen this before. When he caught it, Bama, I damn near sprained my ankle because I was jumping up and down. Like because I was wearing slides. It's an important part of the story. The slide gave out, and I am sitting down, like, could not breathe for what I was seeing. I need people who ever sees this live stream or my content. I say it time and time again. A&M does not do this. This does not happen for us. Like, we are the team that chokes. We are the team that has the talent that does not get the job done. It has been since 2014 when we beat number 3 Auburn in Auburn. I forget who was their quarterback back then, but it was when they fumbled the snap to kneel the ball. They had not been a ranked road team, and it had been that long since they had been done it. And it's been over 10 years. What a throw. Also, Mario Craver, Casey Concepcion, bro. I don't remember a time where this offense was that high flying. Like, I'm talking like Kevin Sumlin days.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, when y'all got Concepcion, bro, and I was watching what they was doing in the summer, Marcel Reed, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna be a pretty decent team to mess with. I always liked y'all running backs. So adding Le'Veon Moss back, that just made it even better. I was really happy for y'all. Y'all put Notre Dame to bed, man.
Is Notre Dame out of the college football playoff?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
What if they go 10-2?
I don't care. No chance. Go join the conference. Go join the conference, because that's kind of why I like why the SEC is a gauntlet, because it gives you a chance to lose a couple games and possibly get back up in there, get back in the college football playoff. Granted, you don't want to lose any game, because you don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but I mean, it gives you a little wiggle room, though. It does. It gives you a lot of wiggle room. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of wiggle room, but it gives you a good enough wiggle room this year if they stay true to the metric, which is they said they was going to take more consideration into strength of schedule, right? This year, even though they didn't last year, but they said this year they will. So, like you said, Vanderbilt got a gauntlet. Alabama got a gauntlet. October, Tennessee has a gauntlet. So it's like, there's still a chance.
Hell, A&M still has to play Auburn, Florida, Texas, LSU on the road. They still have Texas and LSU on the road. It was just, and I'll say
LSU should have lost that game to Florida. All right.
Oh no, I don't disagree. Like Florida back-to-back weeks, and we'll talk about them playing Miami, and I'll get that take off when we get there. My only thing, and I'm not trying to be a pessimistic person. Like, trust me, I'm leaning in. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, because it was 10 years ago, you got to really enjoy it, because like, who knows, maybe it's another 10 years that A&M does not win a ranked road game, right? Unlikely, yes, but it could happen, right? What I worry about, and I'd be curious on your thoughts about it, Bama. A&M goes into a bye week, and then they go play Auburn at home. And I think Auburn, coming off of playing Oklahoma, it'll be a physical matchup. I think Oklahoma, not to spoil anything, is going to win that football game. And we'll talk about it later in this episode. The thing that gets me, though, is we know how online all these players are. If you start sipping your own rat poison and you start believing all the noise, and you have 2 weeks, it'd be as much as it was a physical matchup against Notre Dame and they're going to be healthy, I really wish there was a cupcake right after.
Yeah.
Because they are going to sit there for 2 weeks and they're going to be practicing. They're going to have their bye week. They're going to rest up. But you may end up having to go play an Auburn team that has the upside of virtually some of the best teams in the SEC. And you've been listening to how good the offense looks. Marcel Reed on the top of Heisman rankings. The defense looks improved. You were able to finally do this. You might be a national title contender. This will be a test to see how the difference between like Jimbo Fisher and Mike Elko. I think, A, we saw it with them against Notre Dame, because Jimbo, I don't think, wins those types of games. But B, this is the test of how good of a culture you have. Because if you can go and dominate,
nice. Y'all beat LSU. Y'all beat LSU going back and forth. Y'all did. Jimbo did his best, man. He just.
I'm saying on the road, though. Because we have not won Death Valley in the road since joining the SEC. So, like, my thing is I will, like, I'm 1 foot in the door in terms of, like, I'm delusional about this team, right? I would be 2 feet in if they go and beat Auburn. Like, I will be chips all in saying this team should make a college football playoff. Like, I would say they are a lock to go to the college football playoff if they're able to ignore the hype and beat a very talented Auburn team coming off of a bye week. Because I trust Marcel, I trust Casey, I trust Craver. The defense still gave up a lot of points to a Notre Dame team that is good, but it's a leaky defense that guys like Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton, Jackson Arnold, they can get some explosives. And if you're a shootout at home, I don't like those odds just because shootouts scare me. It ends up being whoever gets the ball last and you lose.
So how do you feel about Auburn? Like,
I think they're going to get smashed by Oklahoma. because I really like Mateer. I really like Oklahoma in this spot. If we want to talk, unless you have any other games you want to talk about, shout out Ole Miss being able to put, Trinidad in there, beating Arkansas, Taylor Green looking good.
Taylor Green is looking good.
That dude looks like a created Madden player.
I'm really trying to think, bro, because you got Oklahoma. Okay. We got Texas A&M. How many teams you think getting in from the SEC?
I think Georgia will make it. I think Bama still has a very clear path to making it, like very easy path. Not saying that the schedule is easy. It's just Florida State's a non-conference loss. Like I said at the beginning of the year, like it's one of those things where people will like hype up the losses or wins, but like at the end of the year, if it's a conference loss or a non-conference, that's like the true differentiator. Like Clemson made it to the ACC title game and had South Carolina, and I forget who they played at the beginning of the year that they lost to. They basically had 2 conference losses, still made it to the ACC title game, won that one against SMU, and made it to the college football playoff. Like you can backdoor your way in. And same Texas A&M was 3 losses, 1 win away from going to the SEC championship because Notre Dame was a non-conference. To the original point, I think Georgia, Bama, Texas. We could talk about Arch.
Yeah.
A&M, Oklahoma, and these are not. I think these are just contenders. I think honestly, probably 4, maybe 5. Because I don't think Ole Miss has the talent to do it this year. Tennessee as well, so that's 6. Auburn could if they end up beating Oklahoma, but like if Auburn beats Oklahoma, I think Oklahoma in their difficult schedule will probably kick them out. So that's 7. Am I missing any other contenders that like for real?
Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt could backdoor. I would have them on the outside looking in, like true. I would put them right there with Auburn. I wouldn't separate Auburn and Vandy. So like I would stick at probably the 6.
Man, yeah. And
But
it's 12 teams, right? Still.
Yeah, 12 teams. The big difference this year compared to last year is they're doing the seeding not by like conference champions. So you're not going to have like Arizona State with a bye or no, Boise with a bye. Like you're going to have straight seeding.
Yeah. I mean, damn.
I think you need to talk about Arch.
Yeah, because
you called him the prodigal son.
I thought he was going to be better than what he's been playing, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe that's the reason why Quinn played all of these years, dog. Because, we saw when a quarterback was just flat out better than somebody like Kelly Bryant and Trevor Lawrence. But, I mean, essentially, everybody talking about Arch could be like a top 5 pick, top 2 pick, top 3 pick. And, I mean, shit, bro. It looked like it literally looked like the 7th round pick was better than him. Just a lot of inerrant throws, feet still not being set when he releases the ball.
The sidearm.
Yeah.
The sidearm gimmick is bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I don't know. Like, I think those things are fixable. But it's almost to the point to where it's like, dude, you gotta hurry up and fix this, because if he don't, like, it's ugly, man. If he don't fix it, there's a chance that Texas could be up out of there.
Yeah, because like they have to travel to Georgia.
Yeah, they have
to travel to Florida. They have Oklahoma, and they have A&M, and they have Vandy. And like, here's the thing. It's 2 of those losses probably knock you out because of like, I don't know, man. Like their defense has lived up to the standard, right? Like their defense is good.
Mm-hmm. But they can't be on the field all game.
They can't be on the field all game. And if, say, for example, right, Pavia, what does Vanderbilt want to do? Basically make you be extremely efficient with your offense because they're going to be on the field way longer than you because they're going to be hyper efficient. I think the crazy stat that I wrote down with Vanderbilt over the past couple of weeks was how often they've been on third down.
Mm-hmm.
So through 3 games, if you were to guess how many times they've had a third down attempt, any guess? For example, Texas is 42. Any guess?
It's gonna be a lot less, man, because how they beat up South Carolina. So I'll probably say 20, 28.
Right on the money.
Yeah.
28 times where Vandy like that. And I don't know if that's sustainable, right? But like, for example, against Virginia Tech, they got to third down 7 times. Against South Carolina, it was 12 times. And then against some random school that I can't even name, they were on third down 9 times. They're not going to they're going to be able to get yards. And the reason why I mention all of this is if you're Arch and you're hyper inefficient and you're doing these 3 and outs and you have a very limited amount of possessions, that keeps the door open for upsets. Like, Bama, we need to start having a conversation about Sarkisian because I just watched Lane Kiffin pluck a D2 backup quarterback, plug and play him, and he looked better than Austin Simmons. Do you think if Sarkisian plugged and played against an SEC opponent, I don't care if it's Arkansas, because I'm watching Arch struggle against UTEP.
Yeah.
UTEP.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, why have I lost faith that like maybe Steve Sarkisian, if he put Trinidad Chambly against UTEP, do I have full faith that it's just going to look great now? Because if he does outplay, then there's something really wrong with Arch. It's a lose-lose situation. Like, you can't tell me he's not hurt, because if he's not, he's not a good player. And I don't know the point in saying that he's not hurt when your entire month of September is against non-Power 4 programs. I get it if you like had an injury and you had to go play Florida, Vandy, Georgia, all that stuff coming up real soon. I get that. If you need to cover up an injury because you've played football, they'll target that.
Mm-hmm.
You got an injury on your right shoulder. Yeah, here comes a stunt off the right side. Every single time, trying to get a free shot at that shoulder.
Yeah, they're gonna test you. They're gonna make sure that hey,
you out here?
Fully heal up.
You
out
here?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like shark smelling blood in the water. Damn, dog. It's just crazy, dude. Because
it doesn't make sense
to be pointing your finger at Sark, bro. I mean, shit, dude. He just came off of making it to the college football playoff.
But did that offense look good? Did that offense look good consistently?
But shit, dude, like that's when it made me go back to shit. Who is it really, Arch? Because it's hard for me to believe, right? A team that's coming from back-to-back college football playoff appearances, for them to just go that far back, you feel me? And when honestly the offense should be better this year than it was last year. Everybody's back. They got Winsner back.
outside of the offensive line struggling.
Well, yeah, I take that back. The offensive line, you're right.
But the wide receivers have been significantly disappointing. Ryan Wingo does not look good, and he was the second best wide receiver coming out of the high school class. That Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, Mario Craver. Mario's now he's a sophomore, just like Ryan Williams and them. Also, shout out Ryan Williams actually having a good game. Surprised you didn't mention that.
Nah, I was gonna talk about it in a second. It's just I gotta. I don't want to give in to the rat poison right now, Tegan. You know what I mean? Like they did.
Every time you're out, they got you crawling back.
They did good, man. I'm happy for them. Not to go too far off.
I do think people are nasty when they're like, "Oh, but it's Wisconsin." Do you want them to play? Do you want them to play a Power 4 opponent or not? Like, if it's not like you were playing, who's the team? What's like a November opponent for you guys that you guys usually play against?
Like Charleston Southern, somebody like that.
Yeah. Do you want them to play them right now, or would you rather them play Wisconsin and dominate Wisconsin?
Agreed.
Like,
I really don't know, bro. Like, because I feel like, call it what you want. I feel like Wisconsin was a good test for them because Wisconsin thinks they're like a super physical team too. For some odd reason, I get it. I don't get it, but I feel like going up against Wisconsin, they did what they needed to do. It's still a few question marks there for me, especially with that defense, man.
I got questions about your offensive line still.
Offensive line is a little bit better.
I have less questions about Ty Simpson, though.
I told people Ty was good. I just think Ty, he needs the team to do well too. He's not one of those Lamar Jackson type, Cam Newton type quarterbacks. You know what I mean?
Highly accurate.
He's accurate, but he needs the team to play well. Like if you have a team to play well, it's lights out. Like because his touch when he throws the ball, anticipation is elite. It's up there. It's up there. That's why I was telling people like he's going to allow you to run your offensive scheme. You know what I mean? Like just because of how he gets rid of the ball, how he delivers the ball. Like Ty impressed me. You know what I mean? The only thing that didn't impress me was, in the beginning, his throw power looked like it was a little bit noodleish, but I'm digging what I'm seeing from him. Horton, Jeremy Bernard.
Jeremy moving like he want to be a first round pick.
Yeah, facts. Horton too. I'm just liking what I'm seeing from everybody, dog.
And that it's like as soon as they got closer to a game against Georgia, Ryan Williams got his powers back. Yeah. His acceleration is ridiculous. When you get him in the open field, man, there's something about his speed going down the right sideline that's just ridiculous every single time.
Yeah, he does have elite start ability. I'm not taking none of that from him. He just got to continue to play tough, man. Like it's he got to continue to get better, more physical.
He not out of the doghouse for you yet?
None of their ass really is, bro. Like Wisconsin was a good little pop quiz to really see how they're gonna respond because it's a P4 team. And they're one of the more physical P4 teams out there, just from their program and how they try to, run their program. So I'm not really mad at it, but I'm still at the point of like Bama got to continue to show me, man. I'm still not liking how we don't commit to the run. I'm not liking it at all.
And you're gonna need to do it against Georgia. or you're going to run into the
You're
Tennessee
gonna need
problem.
to do it against Tennessee, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Oklahoma, definitely Auburn. In order to make it through that gauntlet, LSU, because even if you go back to last year when we beat LSU in Death Valley, it was just because of our rushing attack. So we gotta figure out how to get this run game going. I'm not really. The defense still scares me too. Xavier Brown, he gave up some bullshit this past.
Well, you know that you know the physicality is going to be tested with Kirby.
Absolutely. So I don't know, man. It's the verdict's still out. It was a good win for him. Some good plays up in there, some good takeaways. All our receivers scoring is definitely a big positive. That shows me we still got one of the better receiving core rooms in the country. I'm hoping that Jeremy is more so the leader everybody's looking at right now. That's what it kind of looked like the game before last. And this game too kind of looked like they still taking after his leadership. I'm still kind of nervous, man. Like, I get it. Everybody liking Ryan. He back now. I don't think so yet. He still that first game was bad, dude. That still leave a bad taste in my mouth. It was just bad, bro. I don't know. We'll have to see. The verdict's still out, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's still out on them boys. But good win for him. That's what I like to see most def. But we'll see how they respond. Athens, Georgia, 7:30 next week. You know, I'm gonna always roll with my boys. I got Bama probably. If Bama do what they need to do, they should win by at least 14. Just because we just got Georgia number for some reason. And I think Georgia's gonna come off a real high from beating Tennessee. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna have fatigue from that, even though they got a bye week. But we'll see.
All right, Bama. We got about 13 minutes. Yeah. I think let's rapid fire some predictions. We're gonna go through the entire SEC. We didn't do this for the past couple weeks, but I think for sake of time, it's just going to be rapid fire. You tell me who's going to win. We don't want to miss out on any SEC team, and just a rapid fire pick them. If you want to give a reason, you can give a reason. Arkansas traveling to 3-0 Memphis.
Go Arkansas.
I got Memphis pulling off the upset.
That's crazy, team.
Hear me out. It's a weird spot. Arkansas coming off a heartbreaker against, Ole Miss. Guess who Arkansas plays the following week? Ooh. Notre Dame. It's a look ahead spot. I would say if I'm really laying my nuts out, right? Like, I'm going with the Memphis upset. Memphis plus 7.5. If you really want to bet, I think it's at Memphis. It's a weird spot. I like Taylor Green, but I think they're due for regression, and I think that they're going to be a team that could get upset. UAB versus Tennessee. I know what you feel.
Tennessee, of course, me being a homer from Alabama, Birmingham to be exact, I would want UAB to beat them, but no way they lose. No way they lose. Aguilar looking too good. He's looking like one of the better quarterbacks in the SEC. No way they lose.
Yeah, I also think you want them to be at their best whenever you have to play them, so that it just boosts your resume. Like, it's not a wins or losses thing anymore. It's more just if I get Tennessee coming off of a couple more wins, Alabama beats them, it's just going to look better. Tulane, not ranked. Tulane 3-0, going to Ole Miss, number 13 team in the nation. Ole Miss is favored by 13.5 points.
Yeah, Ole Miss probably gonna put 50 up on them boys. Best offensive coordinator. Man, listen here. Lane know how to call some plays, bro. It probably won't even be close to them. This probably gonna be one of the more comfortably win games where you can bet on the spread and probably make some money off it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. To me, in my opinion, that game won't even be close.
I do like the 13.5 there. Just a line in general. Auburn, 2:30 kick, arguably game of the week in my opinion. Auburn traveling to Oklahoma, number 22 going against number 11. Oklahoma favored by 6.5 points.
Man, they're going to Oklahoma.
It's at Norman. The return of Jackson Arnold. Does Jackson Arnold? It's like you got your ex coming back.
Yeah, but Jackson sucked, bro. I mean, but Auburn showed all they need is somebody to be able to run the ball. It's tough to say, bro. I'll stay away from this one right here.
In terms of betting, or are you making a pick?
Yeah, betting.
Oh, for sure.
I'll probably say Oklahoma.
I agree. I think Oklahoma. It's just one of those things. If you take away both their rushing attacks, who do you trust to throw the ball more, Mateer or Arnold? Arnold, I'm taking Mateer every time.
Auburn don't really care to throw the ball though. Like they have shown that a few times. Like,
yeah, but the thing is like we just saw it with Michigan that Oklahoma has the capability to take away the rushing attack and say, yeah, you're gonna have to throw the football. Yeah. The only the difference being though, they got Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton out wide. So like I think that would make or break the game, but I'm leaning potentially Oklahoma in the points at 6.5. That's how confident I feel on it.
Shit. Oh no.
I wouldn't advise taking it. NIU, Mississippi State, 21.5 points for Mississippi State. NIU beat Notre Dame last year.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll probably go Mississippi State. I wouldn't take the points though.
I always hate 21.5. Give me 20.5. Give me 19.5 in case I get like a PAT block.
Janky. Yeah, that's janky. I'll go Mississippi State though. I think that game will be closer than the Ole Miss and Tulane game.
This is an interesting game, and I'll give you the news that South Carolina fell out of the top 25 after losing to Vandy. That don't make sense to me. I'm low on South Carolina, but to drop from 11 to out of the top 25 is crazy.
Yeah.
Against a good Vandy team. Yeah. And your quarterback got hurt. But Sellers practice all week. They play at Missouri. Sneaky. This game could be really, really good. Missouri's favored by 10.5 points. Bama, I might have to take the South Carolina plus 10.5. That's a lot of points when you have a player like Lenora Sellers.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I might agree with you. I'm trying to think right now.
I'm taking Missouri to win because Ahmad Hardy, Bo Perbula, they look like the... I mean, I nothing on Bo, but I think Ahmad Hardy looks like the best running back in the country right now. Damn near.
Give me South Carolina, bro.
You got South Carolina bouncing back, knocking off Missouri at home.
This is going to add to the clusterfuck of the SEC, bro.
I would love it.
What?
Yeah, we didn't mention Missouri. We didn't even talk about Missouri being a team that could potentially make the college football playoff. Yeah, apologies. Right hand. That's on me. Accountability. That's on me.
But what year was that when the SEC all beat up on each other? Was that like 20
last year?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, that shit is funny. Like how they all just whoop up on each other, bro. Like, you
And then get upset when we say,
yeah.
and then get upset when we say that there should be more teams in the college football playoff. Anywho, you know what, Bama, I'm gonna rock with you. If Lenore Sellers is completely healthy or even 90%, I'm trusting it. I'm taking them to win this football game against Missouri. I think Missouri is they're peaking too high. South Carolina buy low. 10.5 is ridiculously. That's a wild line for me. Florida travels to the number 4 team in the country, 3-0 Miami. Florida would go 1-3 to start their season if they were to lose this football game in Coral Gables. 7.5 points Miami is favored by.
Yeah, I got Miami in that one. Maybe not by 7.5, but I got Miami just because
Florida's got to show me. Like
DJ Elway, bro. He's just, it's crazy dog because he had some of the most hype coming out, and him and Arch have more so him than Arch, but DJ been ass. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I'm with you on
Miami. I gotta go Miami.
I'm with you on the points, man.
Because just think about it. If he just would have thrown like 3 picks versus LSU, they probably would have won that game. Because did he throw like 2 pick sixes?
I don't know if it was 2 pick sixes, but it was.
I know it was one.
Definitely 5. It was 5 picks.
Yeah, it was 5 picks, but I'm pretty sure he threw a pick 6 torn. Did he throw like a couple pick sixes, or did he just throw one? But I knew he threw their ass out the game. Bro. That's what I do know. Like, it was bad, bro. I was like, y'all really could have won that game, man. If you just wasn't a fucking bum. So
I think 7.5 is too many points, but I don't disagree with you on.
Yeah, they probably won't cover those points, but I think Miami still wins. It's kind of in the fashion of when they had beat their first game of the season.
Mm-hmm. Georgia State, Vandy, 27.5.
They lost to Georgia State last year.
I may have to take the points there. May have to take the points there. Vandy just looks like a team on the mission. They lost by 4 to Georgia State at Georgia State last year. They get Vandy. It'd be one of those things where I could see Vandy maybe looking a little bit ahead. Oh, I mean, they play Utah State. That's not any good. Yeah, give me the 27.5. I don't care that it's a lot of points. Unless Georgia State has their number, Pavia is going to want to run it up on them.
Maybe, man, but I'll take Georgia State with the points. I think Vandy wins, but I don't think they cover the spread.
All righty. Well, last 2 games before we wrap it up, Southern Louisiana, LSU. It doesn't even have a point spread. LSU is the pick there. You're picking LSU as well. Don't even try to make a joke there. And then Texas, Sam Houston State. Sam Houston State has not won a football game this year. Texas is 2-1. Really, the only thing, and the line is 41.5. Truthfully, I don't think
how Arch been playing. I don't think they covered it.
I've been doing plus whoever plays Texas for the past 2 weeks and making money off of it. Yeah. Do you think this is the game that Arch bounces back? They go into a bye week following this game, and then they have to go play Florida. I think he may get 2 touchdowns, run the ball a little bit more. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I think Arch got to show us something versus Florida. I don't care what he showed me versus this. He got to show us something.
Yeah,
versus I agree. Florida. I think the only thing we really want to see from him this game is, can you fix your mechanics? Your mechanics it don't look like you part of the Manning family, bro. Like, I don't know. And I don't even want to get on Arch like that because I'm Arch FC. So
yeah. All right, Bama. Close us out, man. We hit it right on the money, 60 minutes.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. Back again next week. Talk about a lot, man. The season is finally here. Glad we here. Glad my boy here. Until next week, we out, man. I'll see y'all later on today. Player's Choice. If anybody in here watching, Player's Choice will be on in about an hour. So see y'all soon, man. All right, Tegan, we out.
We out.
Peace.